Last week, Kim Aiken announced he was officially transferring from Eastern Washington to Washington State University, but his journey to the Palouse certainly took some twists and turns over the past month.
Brenna Green sat down with Aiken about now becoming a Coug.
Originally, Kim Aiken thought he would be repping a different kind of cat this fall. He committed to the Arizona Wildcats just a day before Sean Miller was fired. Then Aiken waited around to see if he would get a call from Tommy Lloyd, but that call never came. While Aiken was waiting, he was listening to church on a Sunday when the preacher began talking about David and Goliath. That's when it all clicked for Aiken.
Maybe it wasn't meant for me to go to a top-notch school as Arizona, but for me to become a David and go to Washington State.
Kim Aiken was barely recruited out of high school, ended up at a college that many count out, and almost toppled Kansas in the NCAA Tournament this past season. The saying goes, it's Cougs versus everybody. Kim Aiken has embodied that sentiment his entire life.
For me in that program to go into those schools and defeat them with what we have. So, you know, whether it's a slingshot or a three-point shot, that's what we're going to go in there and try to beat them with.
Washington State wasn't even on Kim's radar before he originally committed to Arizona. Kyle Smith and company came in hard, though, once Arizona's staff change was made and impressed the Big Sky Defensive Player of the Year.
You can tell that he's been watching me, and that's something that you really want out of the school you're going to go to. You want a coach that's going to know who you are, how to play you, and how you're going to fit in their system, not just go anywhere because of their name.
Smith sees Aiken fitting into their system as a forward, not as a guard like Aiken played for the Eagles. The Big Sky's leading rebounder last season is just fine with that.
I'm not going to say I'm out there ball handling the ball like Kyrie Irving every night. So I definitely don't need the balls in my hand to be a factor on the team. But if I'm out there just playing defense, rebounding, and shooting open threes, and that's all he wants me to do, I'm going to go out there and do it to the highest level.
Another thing that attracted Smith to Aiken, his veteran leadership. He'll be a senior on a team that has no returning juniors or seniors from last year's squad.
When we were in March, every day I would just pick up the plates. The little things, you know, those things matter. Somebody to go in there and just be that guy to go from teammate to teammate, try to build chemistry.
And he hopes that leadership leads WSU to a place no one outside of Aiken currently on WSU's roster has been, the NCAA Tournament.
I'm a vampire. I am a vampire. I'm thirsty for more.
During this past season, Eastern Washington took WSU to the brink, and Aiken was involved in a controversial call that helped win the game for the Cougs. Aiken was called for a charge on one of Eastern's last possessions. He says he still thinks it was clean, but that he was impressed with his now current teammate Noah Williams and how he put his body on the line, calling him, quote, a dog. Funny how these things all seem to come full circle. That's it for sports.